that was pretty much the whole song. So if you paid attention to that, I think you got it already. Hell's Bells, AC/DC. Not typically the type of tune you'd hear on the acoustic guitar, but I've been saying this for a very long time. I mean, there are some big songs, heavy songs, that if you strip it down to an acoustic guitar, could be just as good, just as powerful, still can carry that music, and I think this is certainly one of them. So I've been sitting on this one for several years now. Why I haven't done it yet, I don't know, but we'll get into it. Not going to be note for note, but I think it's enough to get you through it if you're doing kind of like an open mic, solo acoustic. I think this should work. A minor, D, C, G. Kind of walk on a bass line in there from the C to the B. You'll see that. There's an E. Did we do that one already? I think that's all of it. So we'll go through it. I will, at the end of this video, I'll walk you through how I do that, because that could be a little daunting, especially if you're kind of new to just learning songs. I mean, so I don't want it to be a deterrent, right out of the gate here. So A minor chord is all we need, and there we go. That's it, right? So let's get into it. So what we're doing here is I'm just going to kind of hold on that A minor, and what I'm doing for that effect, I'm literally just kind of hitting those middle 3 or 4 strings. I guess 3. B string, G string, D string. And I'm hitting that open A with it as well. Just for effect. So make it your own. And then I'm going to a C chord, and then I'm going to walk it down to the B note, to the A minor again. Now you can do it C add 9 and walk it down that way, but it's and that's the verse, rolling thunder, pouring rain. Make it your own, because this is kind of what we're doing here, right? So now there's going to be that pre-chorus. D, C, G, D. And what I'm doing, as I'm watching myself do this, I'm doing a lot, like I told you, that open strings to the A minor. I'm kind of doing the same thing on that D. I'm just kind of giving it a little something other than just strumming. So make it your own. D to the C to the G. Twice. Then we go to the E. D and A. And I hold it. And then we get to the Hell's Bells, back to that A minor. So it's fairly straightforward. We're not really doing anything else. Look, I know there's a lot of things we're not doing that are on the album, and when you got a full band, you can do different things. But if you're kind of doing this by yourself, campfire, again, open mic, solo acoustic, whatever it might be, this should work. So again, we'll go through it real quick, and then we'll get into the arpeggiated intro. A minor, C, and you can play the C this way, you can play it this way, but you're going to walk that C to the B. And that open A, it just works in conjunction with the A minor chord. To the D, C, G. Same thing, and then E. To the D and the A. Hold that A, hold that E. All right, so why don't we get into that next? And again, hopefully you like this video. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, tell everyone about it, really, because by you liking it and even subscribing or vice versa, it means a lot to me, and it just kind of shows that you dig this, and Maybe it'll show other people as well that are into the same type of music that they might dig it too. So I appreciate it. Let's get into that intro right now. So all we're doing is holding the A minor chord. And I'm using my pinky to hit that 3rd fret on the open E, high E string. Okay? That's the only variation we're doing, but pretty much everything's going to be built around this open E here. Open A. Wow, let's get this straight here. So your 5th string A. So I was completely wrong with that. I'm going to be using my pinky on the B string of the 3rd fret. I'm going to play it slow. We'll take a closer look at this. I'll try to do it where you can see my picking attack as well as the fingers and what we're doing, okay? Couple bum notes there, but it shows you how I'm doing. So I'm starting out with the open A to the open E. That open E kind of just rings and it drones. It just kind of, it's ringing out there. Okay, so open A to that open E to the open A again to the 3rd fret of the B string. Back to the open A. So we're just kind of going back and forth between those notes. So, and we're also going to, when we hit this note, that B string, we're going to be picking the other notes of that A minor chord, basically. And the turnaround, C, B, and that open A would be in conjunction with the A minor chord. So when you get to that A, you're already starting the riff all over again. So you got to go right back into that high E string, okay? Right? Maybe I'd get it right one of these days. That's kind of it in a nutshell. I mean, make it your own, but that's kind of how I'm doing it. Every time I do it, I seem to do it a little bit differently, but you've got those certain notes in there you need to hit just to kind of make it work. Thank you. See you on the next one.